The Cursed Drum, Part 2, The Drummer's Daughter. Many seasons passed after Obika vanished, and the cursed drum remained locked in the shrine. No one dared touch it, not even the elders. They said the drum was no longer just an object, it had a spirit now. A spirit that listened. But one day, something changed. You are listening to Spirit of the Storyteller. The village elder, who had gathered the drum for decades, grew sick and called for his daughter, Adana, to come to him. She was a quiet girl, born with strange dreams and eyes that saw more than the living world. "You must take my place," the old man said. "The drum is not done." Adana was afraid. "What if it curses me too?" "It will test you," he said. "But not all who are chosen are punished. Some are called." After her father died, the people watched her closely. The villagers whispered, "She will go mad. The drum will eat her soul." But Adana did not fear the drum. One night, when the moon was full and the forest was loud with the cries of spirits, she entered the shrine alone. She placed her hands on the drum and closed her eyes. The drum spoke. Not with words, but with visions. She saw Obika, trapped between worlds, his spirit tied to the drum like a dog to a post. He could not speak. He could not move. But his eyes pleaded. And behind him, there was something darker. A shape. A shadow. Something that had used his greed to enter the village, and was now feeding on his torment. Adana opened her eyes, gasping. The curse was bigger than Obika. The drum had become a prison, not just for him, but for something far older and hungrier. That night, the winds changed. Drums began to echo in the distance, not from the village, but from the forest beyond. Other drums. Angry drums. And Adana knew, the spirits were waking. The curse had spread. And soon, the drum would not be the only thing haunted. The winds no longer whispered, they howled. Since Adana touched the cursed drum, the village had fallen under a strange silence. Children no longer played after sunset. Animals refused to go near the shrine. And at night, distant drums answered the cursed beat from within. Adana knew it was time. She wrapped her father's old cloak around her shoulders, carried the drum to the sacred hill, and sat beneath the talking tree, the tree where the first ancestor was said to have been buried. There, she played the drum. Not in fear. Not in greed. But in truth. Dum, dum, dum. Each beat was a call, not to the ancestors, but to the spirit within the drum. And it came. The world darkened. The sky cracked open like dry bark. And from the shadows, a form emerged, tall, twisting, with arms like smoke and eyes that burned red. "I am not Obika," it said. "I am the hunger behind him. I am the shadow of men's desires." Adana's voice did not shake. "Then you will face the light of their regrets." She struck the drum again. And suddenly, she was no longer on the hill. She stood between worlds, the spirit realm. All around her were souls, dancing, mourning, some whispering, some screaming. And among them was Obika. He looked different now. Not tormented, just tired. "I was weak," he said. "But something used my weakness. That thing, it feeds on those who forget the old ways." Adana understood. This was not just a curse. It was a warning. The villagers had stopped honoring the spirits, had lost respect for the sacred. The cursed drum was not evil, it was a mirror. She turned to the shadow creature. "You are not a god," she said. "You are what grows in the cracks of forgotten truth." And she struck the drum one final time. Boom! A light burst from the drum, pure and golden. It spread across the spirit world, burning the shadow, freeing the trapped souls, and returning the balance. When Adana awoke, she was back on the hill. The drum lay cracked, its spirit released. The village was calm again. The wind sang softly. The curse was lifted. But Adana knew, the lesson must never be forgotten. Glowing star moral of the story. When people forget the secret, darkness finds a way in. But one brave heart can restore what was lost. The end.